Okay, so mute everybody. All right, so what was it? I have a cold, so if I kind of like space out right now, and that's why. But first off, I wanted to start with who has Success Club going on right now. And that's any points. I've been meaning to do this. I mean, I started doing this, a couple weeks ago, and then I forgot the next week. So I'm kind of sort of in it. So first off, congratulations to Lauren, who has 6 points, and it's her like kind of sort of first month, and it's first time she hit Success Club, so that's awesome. Yay. Jesse Richards has 4. We have lots of people with 2. We have Galena, Christine, Heather, Caitlin, Jennifer Lee, Janine, and Lacey. Everybody has 2 from those, and then Christine Summerlin and Lindsay Walter both have 1. So that is awesome. Remember, this is a Team Cup month, so if you guys didn't see in the coach group, the 30 invite challenge, try to get that out by tonight. I mean, I want you to keep in mind that The Walking Dead comes back on tonight, and quite often it's crickets because everybody's obsessed, including me. So that's why I like these calls at 8 instead, so I can get in The Walking Dead. But you know, try to get your invites out. Even if you just send the messages tonight, you know, you'll be able to answer back in the morning if they don't answer you back either. So that's Success Club. I mean, everybody, we're only halfway through the month. So there's all of those points. You have the opportunity to actually hit Success Club and get all of those prizes from Team Cup. So definitely push yourselves. This is the month to do it. Tomorrow starts, if you're doing the 3-day refresh with us, tomorrow starts our 3-day refresh group. If you have the 3-day refresh, but for whatever reason you're not in the group already, just search 3-day refresh or scroll down in the coach group and you'll be able to find it, or just message me and I can add you. So that'll be from the 15th to the 17th. If you are in this group, I highly, highly suggest that you share everything as you're going through it. Share your foods, share how you're feeling, you know, do videos, do live videos. Those are really, really good. And I know it's very uncomfortable at first, but then you just kind of get used to it, and it gets a lot more traction than pre-recorded videos do. And definitely share your results when you're done, because that's why I really wanted the 3-day refresh for all of us to do it, because it's quick results and it's like noticeable too. Tomorrow we're going to start inviting to the next 30-day group, which is going to start on the 29th. And I decided on Fit Mama March. No, you do not need to be a mom to join it. I know there's going to be questions from other people that are asking to join it if they have to be a mom. No, you don't have to be a mom, especially because there's like guys in our group. But who just said? So Facebook said won't let you go live. Yeah, it's rolling out in waves for different people. So if you haven't gotten that option yet, you'll get it. It's just, it might take a little bit longer. Try updating your phone. That's what did it for me. I got it updated after I did that. But then it hasn't done it for everybody either. So yeah, we're going to start promoting for that. And oh snap. Okay, so Wednesday is our sneak peek event. I didn't even realize it was coming up. I thought it was next week. All right, so the 17th is our sneak peek event. It'll be at 8:30. I'll make the event for that tonight so you guys can start inviting to that. So you won't make your own separate event for it. You'll just invite your prospects to my event, and be sure to be posting in there leading up to it, so that way we can get everybody rolling and excited to do it. And don't just send out an invite through the event. I mean, do that, but make sure that you're personally messaging all of those people as well, so that they know that you're inviting them and what to expect and what it is in general. All right, so tonight I just wanted to go over, a lot of people always ask me about graphics and doing them on PicMonkey and Canva. I was going to go over both PicMonkey and Canva, but I think I'm just going to do PicMonkey tonight because there's a bunch of things that you can do on here. I use PicMonkey for, I use it for everything pretty much besides certain things that I do in Canva. But I use it for profile pictures. I use it for rank advancements. I use it for recognition. I use it for everything. I mean, my challenge group events or the actual photos from it, for ads, for banners. I mean, it's really, really handy and it's really easy to use. I want you guys to always think about when you actually are doing your graphics, don't spend a whole lot of time doing that. It can be a huge time waster if you try and be perfect with it. I mean, as you get used to doing them and you're going to go along, it's going to get a lot easier. So initially it might take you a bit longer, but you do want to have good graphics because that's what's going to make people stop scrolling and actually pay attention to what you're doing. And you want them to be somewhat, I mean, they don't have to be super incredibly professional, but you don't want them to look like, like a 5-year-old did it. You want to actually have it be nice and something that people would want to look at, especially when you're doing things for Instagram too, because Instagram is highly, highly visual. When you're making any sort of important post on Facebook or any form of social media, I definitely suggest always using a graphic because typically people will stop for those instead of like if they just see a whole bunch of words. If they see a graphic along with it that makes them stop, that's when they'll actually read it. So let me go and screen share. Okay. All right, so PicMonkey. PicMonkey is not on your phone. It is only on the computer. Most people know that, but I know there's some new coaches that do not. So it's a free website. You can upgrade. I actually do have the paid version. It's like $33 a month. It's nothing, and you get a lot more fonts. You get like you'll see it when I go into here. You get more fonts and you get more pictures that you can use and stuff. So you can I always go to edit or design. Sometimes I'll go to collage if I'm doing comparison pictures, but usually I just go to edit or design. So I'm actually gonna go to edit and I'm gonna search for one of my profile pictures. Let's see here. All right, so that's an old one, but okay, so this was I think this was my profile picture for my like page a while ago. So PicMonkey has really cool things that you can do for your own graphics or for your own pictures. If you go to this little makeup one over here, it's called Touch Up. You can do all sorts of things. So if you have a blemish, which is really, really nice when you actually do, like right now I have this thing going on right here. If you guys can see it. But I use not only PicMonkey, but there's UCam makeup that I use and it makes that go away. So it's nice. But all you would do is just, highlight something. So say I had like a pimple right on my nose right there. I'd just go bloop and it would be gone. Obviously I already edited this one before. So airbrush, I think that's, you can tell the ones that I actually use and the ones that I don't use. Wrinkle remover, I'm pretty sure most of us do not need that one, but if you do, that option is there. Shine reduce, that's also a good one to use. Spray tan, if you really feel the need. I am quite white, so maybe I would use that one eventually. Teeth whiten, this is one of my favorites too. This is actually a lot easier if you use that app that I just told you, that UCam Makeup, because it does it automatically for you. But I mean, you just click and you can make your teeth a lot whiter. But with some of these, you just have to like be careful of the sizing because it can make your lips look all weird, see? Yeah, you don't want to do that. All right, so there's that. Lip tint, so This is another one that it's easier in that app, but you know, I can give myself different colored lips. Pink is not my color. I mean, there's a ton of different things that you can do in here. Eye brighten would just make that whiter right there, so it makes your eyes pop out more. Eye tint. So let's say I wanted to make my eyes like blue. Not like that's a really natural color, but you know, you can do like, and these don't always have to be just for, you know, profile pictures. This can be for anything that you're doing. Like if you do that, I had that call not too long ago on, you know, quote unquote professional pictures, or just how to present yourself. So you can take pictures of yourself on your phone, you know, like use a shutter release or use the timer on your phone. Do it in front of a big open window so you get that natural light, so it's actually a good quality picture, and save it, send it. I usually send pictures from my phone right to my email, and then I'll just download them like that, and then I can edit them on the computer. So this is it's a good way to actually make you look like you have professional pictures that you didn't actually go out and get professional pictures for. You also can do different things. So this stamp up here, that's my actual brand logo. So you can upload different things. Let's go to my logos. You can tell I'm super organized. All right, so I think this one is, yeah, so it would be that one. And that's where it would be. So I could just do that. You see how this one's white? That's because it looks better white. So you could just go straight over to the overlay, fix it like that. I mean, there's so many different things that you can do. You just have, I mean, a lot of the things that I learned from just coming in here and messing around and trying different things out. And once you figure this stuff out, like I said, it's going to go, you're going to be able to do it so much faster than when you first start. You can even go and, like I can look like I'm from, these are different textures, so obviously that just goes over your picture. So let me actually go back in. So I highly recommend when you're saving these to save them as a .png. It's a bigger file, but it's a better quality file. And especially if you're doing something for like Pinterest or somewhere that actually will upload with a high resolution, that's definitely the way that you want to go. So let me go back into PicMonkey like this. Now I'm going to show you how I do banners. Banners are something that really should not take you that much time. They should be simple, to the point. You don't want to waste a whole lot of time doing things that, I mean, like they look nice, but they don't need to be a huge time waster. So if you've done any branding before, you actually would have a mood board. And if you don't, there's, in the coach group, there is that file on branding. I would at least suggest to do a mood board, because what a mood board is it's colors that are associated with you. And those are pretty much the colors that you use all the time. So if you guys notice, like I always have that kind of mauve color and that mossy green color and white, and you know, I use the same colors over and over again. And that's because I have them saved in here. So I actually have the numbers for those saved because I use them so often. And I just quickly paste that, and that's my color right there. What I typically use, like I said, this stuff is all going to be specific to you. You're not going to come in here and do the exact same things that I do because you're different than me. You're not the same person as me. But you can come in here and, you know, try out different things, mess with different things, see what you like. I used to like this one back when I was first a new coach. You know, like there's a lot of really pretty things that you can do with pictures, or, you know, any kind of graphic. You can just really make it look nice without putting too much effort into it. So what I typically do is I use this bouquet. I don't even know if that's how you really say it. So that's the one that I use. I just keep it how it is. Like I said, I try to keep it simple. And then I'll go into this. So this is an overlay. This is the one that I said you can upload your own pictures. So if I wanted to use my logo again, I could just upload it like that, put that there, but that's not what I'm going to use, because what I typically do for my banners is I make this box, or this rectangle. You guys are over here, so I can't see. Okay, there we go. So, you know, like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. And then I usually choose white because, like I said, brand colors. And I like how you can fade things too, so you can kind of see things behind there. So that's typically what I do. And there's that. There's so many different things you can use, like different kinds of pictures. If you see anything with this little crown sign right there, that means that's the upgraded version. So you'd have to have that one paid. So because I have that upgraded version, I have that. So once again, you can like fade that. There are so many different things that you can do in PicMonkey. There's arrows. There's little things. I use these stars for when I do rank advancement pictures. And you can switch colors. You can even switch the blend mode. So like I said, just go in and like mess around with things and try things out. Okay, so let's delete that. So then what I typically do, also associated with your mood board, you typically have the same kind of fonts that you use over and over. I use this coffee break one. You can also upload your own fonts. Actually, I don't even think you have to upload them. I think you just have to have them on your computer. So when I was doing my mood board, I spent probably a few hours figuring out my fonts. But you know, that's because those were ones that I was going to use for a while. And even since I did that, I've changed my fonts a few times. So don't feel like you have to have the same thing for the entire time that you're a coach. You know, like you're always changing, you're always evolving, and so can your colors and your fonts and all that kind of stuff. So I typically use that one, but for banners, I use this. Add text. And just boom. It's nice and easy. You can make it larger, center it. And that's typically how I would do a banner. I mean, that if I wasn't explaining that, that would have taken me less than 5 minutes. It would have taken absolutely no time at all because I'm used to doing this. I use the same things over and over again, which that keeps your whole brand together. It keeps your sanity together because you don't have to pick out new things to do every single time. And I mean, you can do the same. I usually do the same kind of things for graphics that I'll use in the coach group or in the event. Like this probably looks really familiar to you guys because I use this same kind of layout for the banner in our coach group. It's similar to the ones that I use for all of the groups. It's similar to like graphics that I use from in the events where I'll ask for if anybody has any questions or just pictures that I use. It's just, this is my brand. It's my colors. It's simple to do and it doesn't take that much time. All right, so let's go back into PicMonkey. All right, so you can also edit more pictures, like I said before, for a profile picture. That's easy to do. So I'm going to show you since I always do a custom YouTube thumbnail, I'll actually go in here and make my thumbnail for this call. So I will save, I mean, I do this for recognition. I do this for a lot of different things. I'll save a template, and that's what I will always have there, but then I will go in and actually modify that and create a new graphic from there. So you can see that's for my personal kind of videos on YouTube. That's the old one that I used to use. I have another. Where is it? Team call thumbnail. There it is. All right, so this is the one that I used for our team calls. So I already had that saved. That one was also easy. I use this gray color. It's part of my mood board. This one has an overlay of, I think is it an overlay? Yeah, so these are, actually I didn't show you guys these ones. So these are effects. So these are also things that you can play around with. You can make things black and white. You can give dark edges. I had that in the first picture. You can frost edges. You can boost the colors, which obviously I wouldn't do that for that. But just go in here and play around with different things. So I think I have this one. You can't really see it. It's actually a very, very faint one, but you can, yeah, it's kind of hard to see on here. Maybe if I increase the size. Yeah, this will be an easier one to show if I, hold on. So let's do a dark canvas color. All right, so all right, well, this thing isn't, this is why you mess around in here. All right, well, what I have that picture saved as, it really does have that, I'm not lying. All right, so what I typically do is I'll just go into the fonts, and I use this one. So how to use PicMonkey to create graphics. All right, so I center that. I'll make it bigger. And I put that right there. Like I said, this stuff really does not take long, especially, and it should not take long. I mean, use your time wisely. That's why time management is so important. So what's the date? Oh, it's Valentine's Day, of course. All right, so February 14th, 2016. All right. So there's that. Center that and move it down right there. All right. That's how I would do that. So then when I would go to save it, you don't want to save it as that actual file name. So I would switch this to PicMonkey graphics. Because if you accidentally save it as that old file name, you'll be overwriting your original file, and you don't want to do that. Okay, so that's what you guys will see for the picture for this. Yeah, I mean, like I said, there's tons of different things that you can do. There's themes. Like I said, there's overlays. I usually use for graphics in relation to webinars and the Coach of the Month graphics. Like, let me go to, all right, so see Krista's right here. All right, so you see Krista, how it's cut out right there? That's because I went in, I saved her original picture and I just did a shape cutout from that. And that's how you do it. And then you need to save this kind of a file as a .png because that would save this background as transparent instead of white. If you save it as a JPG or any other kind of file, it will not save it with a transparent background, which will make the whole process of you doing that kind of pointless. There's other kinds of frames that you can use, like there's a whole bunch of different things. You can crop things, you can sharpen, resize. I don't typically resize just because it makes it all weird looking. Rotate, I mean, this is the basic stuff. I know the only reason I'm going over some of the basic stuff is because something that might seem basic to me might not be basic to you. But yeah, that's pretty much how to use PicMonkey. It's very easy to use. It's free unless you do the upgraded account, which once again, if it has any of those fonts have that little crown or any of the pictures have the little crown, that just means that you need to have the upgraded account to use it. But of course, if you do have the upgraded account, that's a business write-off when you're doing your taxes. So does anybody have any questions that I can show you in here? Just unmute yourselves if you do. All right, nobody has any questions. Like I said, I will get that event up for the coaching event on Wednesday. And once again, that'll be at 8:30. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, go have fun. Go do your thing in there. Make a profile picture of you smiling, happy, and make it look all cool. All right, so everybody have a good night. I'm going to go drink some tea and watch The Walking Dead. Bye.